Hey guys, so I didn't post last week. I actually forgot about it until like Tuesday, and I was like, I'll just wait and post week 2 and week 3 together. I haven't worked out at all this week for week 3, and then week 2, which was last week, I worked out Monday and Tuesday, but I didn't make it the rest of the week. Kids started school. My oldest is a senior this year, and so there's a lot of that going on. And then I was trying to get my house organized and cleaned up because I started school on Monday, and so it's been a very chaotic couple of weeks. Tomorrow, Saturday, will be the end of week 3. And so Sunday, I'm going to try to get back in the groove of it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go every day, but I'm going to try to go as much as I can. I got my school schedule worked out and all of that. So hopefully with all the schedules kind of like in my planner now, and I kind of have an idea of what classes are going to look like, and my kids stuff, hopefully I can get back and kind of figure it out. But yeah, so last week I was still right at 217. All of my measurements were the same. Maybe I was a little less than 217. Yeah, I think I was a little less than 217. Anyways, I don't quite remember actually. But I will put like a little screenshot in here at the end to kind of compare last week's and this week's. Just so that is there. And then hopefully I can get back on track. I know I haven't really lost anything. I don't feel like I have. I haven't really worked out, so I wouldn't be surprised. I have felt kind of defeated though, because it's like anytime I try to, like I can't lose weight, like regardless of what I do, unless it's like extreme dieting. And when I say dieting, I don't mean like not eating. I mean like a very like fast until lunch, which is fine. I do that pretty well anyway. And then my lunch is like portioned and measured and everything else. And then I drank like literally nothing but water, and I'm not a water person. I like tea. I like my Diet Coke. So I drank nothing but water, except like once a week I would have like a Diet Coke whenever I'd go on a date with my husband. And then like every meal was like the exact same. Like every lunch was the same. And then dinner, I would be very, very cautious of like portion sizes. Like I would rather eat a little less than too much. And that's like the only way I've ever been able to lose weight. And I'm like, that's not sustainable. That's not practical. So what I'm trying to do is find a way to be able to eat what I want within moderation. I don't go crazy. I'm not saying sit down with a half of a sheet cake and eat it, like, but it'd be nice to have like a piece of cake and not be like, okay, well that just pushed me over the limit and I'm gonna be like 5 pounds heavier tomorrow, you know? So I'm trying to rewire my brain to not think of food as a bad thing, and to think of it as a source of energy. To think of it as it's something I need to maintain life, and not eat in excess, and not eat just because it sounds good, and you know, drink some water when I'm starting to feel a little hungry or get some cravings or something like that. Drink some water, give it like 15-20 minutes, and then see if I still want it. A lot of the times I eat because I get bored, so I'm trying to break that habit. I've done a pretty good job with it, but it's still not perfect. But I have gotten better with that. I don't eat near as many sweets as I did years ago. Used to, I would live off sweets and Dr. Pepper all the time. Like that was my thing. If it was sugar, I wanted it, and I was happy. That's probably part of the reason why I am where I am. Last year, whenever I got married, I was on some weight loss medication, and I was down to like 195, which is great because that was like 30 pounds, you know, because I'm roughly 215. Well, not 30 pounds, about 20 pounds, I guess. And that was nice. And I would like to get back down to that without doing medication. Like, I'm not going to be on meds forever to maintain my weight. Like, I want to be able to lose it and maintain it without going that route. But I feel like, in a way, I feel like that's like the only option. Like, I feel like that's the only way for me to get the weight off, is to do it that way. And I hate that, because that makes me feel like I'm defeated. Like, I can't do it myself when I can do everything else myself. And then that, for whatever reason, is just the hardest thing. It's like I try so hard, and it's like I don't see any results, and it's frustrating. And so I'm trying to get past that. Now that I have school, it'll kind of occupy my time a little bit, so then my mind's focused on something versus just like, oh, I'm bored, it sounds good, let me go get it, you know. So I'm hoping that helps with this thing that I'm trying to do. But we'll see. It's hard, and I've been thinking a lot about it today, and it's frustrating. It really is. And I've looked into like weight loss doctors for like surgical. The only problem is, actually there's several problems. One, it's expensive, and I'm not sure my insurance will cover it, so there's that. Two, my BMI is in like 35 or 33 or something like that, so I don't qualify for it as far as BMI goes. And then three, I don't want to go down that route unless I absolutely have no other option. I feel like there are people out there that need it more than I do. I'm like obese technically, but I'm not that far off, I guess. Like, I'm not, 400 or 500 pounds. I'm 200 pounds, This is the heaviest I've ever been, and I absolutely hate it. Some days I look in the mirror and I'm like cool with it, and then some days I look in the mirror and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you like this? Like, why have you let yourself get this far? So it's all a work in progress. I'm really wanting to do it without meds. I'm really wanting to do it on my own, but I don't know if I can. I know weight is a genetic thing too, so there are some genetic factors there. So if it's a genetic thing, there's not much I can do about that. I may have to go that route if that's the case, but I don't really want to. I want to really, really try to do it on my own. I have like little things on my mirror just to remind me, like, love yourself. Your body does so much for you every single day that you just need to love yourself. I have another little thing on my mirror that says something about, don't let the scale tell you how to feel. It's just a number. It's not who you are. Things like that. And I probably need to go back and read those because I haven't read them in the last couple of weeks probably. So I need to do it for myself. I need to go back and read my own notes to myself and hopefully get me back on the right track. I'm learning, and I'm being completely open and honest, and yeah. So if you're on this journey with me, we've got this. Just because you have a minor setback doesn't mean anything. Have your day where you feel bad if you want to. Like, have your day where you can feel your emotions, but get back on it. Like, it's always important to start with day one instead of one day. Even if you start day one over and over and over again, but yeah. So I'm excited to get back to working out. I feel better when I work out. I guess it's just because of like just getting some activity in for the day. But yeah, so I just got off here 10 minutes ago or so. It's 7:44, so I guess about 15 minutes ago now. Excuse me. So I'm gonna go home, and my goal is to fast until lunch tomorrow. But I'm getting kind of hungry, So I might go home and eat like a little bite of something, nothing too crazy, and then fast until lunch tomorrow like I normally would. Excuse me. And that's another thing, I'm trying to only eat when I feel hungry versus eating because it's time to eat, if that makes sense. It's hard whenever you have kids and you need to feed them dinner and stuff like that, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm trying my best to only eat whenever I feel hungry versus eating because it's time to eat. But anyways, yeah, that's my update for last week and this week and kind of how I'm feeling. So yeah, hopefully next week we'll have progress, whether it's pounds that we lose or whether it's numbers around body that we lose. Hopefully there's some progress somewhere, even if it's in the slightest, even if it's just more water intake or something like that. Small steps in the right direction are still steps in the right direction. Small little things equal big things. So hopefully we can get that going again and steamroll it and just knock this thing out and show ourselves that we can do it even though it's really, really hard. But yeah, I hope you guys will continue to follow me on my little journey here, and I'm hoping to encourage somebody that might be having a hard time, or just to be here as a friend and be like, look, I see you, I understand you, let's do this together kind of thing. But anyways, y'all have a good night. See y'all next time. So, update. I in fact have not lost anything in the last couple of weeks. I actually gained a pound, but yeah. So this week we're doing things a little bit different. I'm actually going to be more mindful of what I eat, and I'm actually going to do a couple of like fasting days. So I'm going to fast on, like, today's Sunday, so I'm going to fast Sunday, Wednesday, and then either Friday or Saturday. Probably Friday, just because I know I can stay busy Friday and not really think about it too much. So that's going to be my go-to for the next couple of weeks and see what happens. So Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday are going to be fasting days, so I'll fast from when I get up to when I go to bed, and then the next day I'll eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And yeah, so we'll see how it goes.